banned the map that they won first ended up being banned by Oxygen, so they can't go back to a map like that. This push from Fluxo W7M has been very limited so far. It is really only happening around Kitchen Cafeteria, but it's Palu who strikes first.
The upgrade that you said was the player that I suppose they needed. Thatcher running that new DMR. That thing hits so hard. Down goes Gomez. Gomez had a pretty good run of it, and Lobin destroys Yaga. Lobin and Gomez merge together, almost like a centaur of both of these teams. What a portmanteau. We've got Adam on the run now. He can hear the Monty. He has an opportunity to get back towards this bomb site. Oh my goodness. Dots was very successful at shepherding these remaining defenders into a line of fight, and they have every single angle covered right now. Down goes Adam. Fluxo W7M, Jesse, are looking for a flawless start. All they need is Grixer, who will deny it, but with a two-piece and a death play across Ella and Denari. Denari, strangely absent. I remember OXG running that operator in the NA League, if you recall. Forrest will blow the chances of Fluxo W7M into hell with a double Nitro Cell kill onto Dots and Palu. Immediately, the Brazilians down by 2.
That is perfect. We were watching him down in the bottom floor. I was about to mention it before action got breaking out with Yaga. So really nice position from Forrest. It wasn't being expected at all. And now W7M got to go for broke.
And Dota's taking damage from the barbed wire as he's watching his teammates continue to die. Adam goes for the swing based on that intel. Not a bad decision by OXG. But they will surrender their very first pick in this round. Yaga and Grixer connected at the hip as the Clash will now try to protect Yaga as best as he can. Completely blind, but the dog uses the power of smell to determine the last position.
Focusing the pressure here on the top rafters, and he will meet the Clash as the shoe shields face off.
Oh my goodness, what a nightmare for Dots. The deed comes out to finish off the deed. This is great play from the Clash. 2 rounds.
Even more pressure now on one of the best players on Fluxo to be able to perform.
Down goes Adam, so playing a little loosey-goosey. Too much goosey, I think you could say, on that particular. So effectively, Lobin chased off of his position as he looked like Yaga would take matters into his own hands. He will actually, decides to re-engage.
Wow.
Down goes Lobin, a nice trade, keeping things equal. Volps and Palu, the last 2 left for Fluxo W7M. Those are very formidable competitors. I'm a little bit worried if I'm a fan of Oxygen.
Clash play's been so good from Yaga, but he needs to continue to be strong. Grixer, the only one who'll have a gun up during this last second defense. So with 19 seconds on the clock, what can they do to stop the Fluxo aggression?
Well, they charge right at the Clash, and this is a really poor engagement for Yaga, an easy pick for Volps. Now it's all up to Grixer to clutch out again. Very familiar territory, but it's much earlier in the round. This angle now being held by Volps. A flash goes out. Grixer succumbs to it. Nitro Cell toss, not able to hit Palu. Pre-firing over to Volps. These two colliding in the door frame. Pre-firing away. Super Shorty is out. Palu is there for backup. Grixer must know that Palu's gotten into this position, so he has to play it safe, but a good follow-up from...
Together in the 2v2. They rush down the Clash. They make sure Yaga is no longer...
We don't see Finka very much, Jesse, so when she's on the board, you know hell is all about to break loose, and it is breaking inside of the server! Forrest detonates Dots. Dotas trades it right back, but the guns from OXG have been mighty good. Gomez against his fellow countrymen now simply out-dueling them, but hey, you've got an infinite amount of bullets in that LMG. Why not use them? OXG still with the numbers advantage. Diffuse kit almost planted, but Dotas falls off as he and Palu need the all-clear. They've allowed OXG enough time to get close back to the bomb site. Adam still without shotgun blasts, ultimately missing. No more adrenal surges, only 1 smoke in pocket for Palu, but I guess Dotas is just going to kill everybody. Grixer is the last player on OXG remaining and the only one that will stop this Dotas assault. Palu's still there for backup, by the way. Grixer running on in, taking some damage from 2 separate angles. Pick your poison, but you're still poisoned no matter what. How about every single player dying at the...
We'll wait for the sound cue before he gets that. There it is.
Beautifully done, eliminating Dots in electrical with fire in front of him. All of the elements seemingly lining up on that one. And Adam still technically doesn't have a kill from a direct gunfight, but you know what? We'll take a Nitro Cell kill.
I'm sure he won't complain about that. Why not two, says Yaga, but isn't able to land it. Instead, it's Adam getting traded out on the electrical door and the mirror window, popped by the ace.
Trouble firing back. Now Forrest is in the ground. Forrest with 4 kills, trailing only Gomez on his team. Now it's Volps under fire. Yaga drops as well. OXG falling and in a hurry. The last 2 players on oxygen, both very wounded, but still upright, still with guns in hand. The man of the hour from the previous round will continue to amass an impressive kill tally. Breaking double digits is Dodez, and he'll get 11 as well. A 2K to seal the deal. Point in the round, and really nothing has been gambled at this point in time. Every player still alive. Well, I was wrong. Dodez gets blown up by Forest Nitro Cell. All 11 kills from Dodez now off the board.
No intention of leaving here without a kill.
This does feel like the older Azami, right? When teams were starting to figure out this map, oh my goodness, you'd have him positioned up here. He's not long for the remainder of this round. Dots walks in, slot.
He's right on the other side of the door. Yog will be immediately killed if he tries to go for this flank Parker, and he doesn't really have time for this.
He seems to have some idea, though, as to where his adversaries are. Now will distract them by opening up this connector wall. But while he's done this, all of his teammates have been put in the ground. He wins the duel against Lobin.
Hold on.
He might be able to stop this defuse plant as it's happening. He's got a line of sight. Can he reach it in time? Volp shuts him down. A Hercules. Letting those Candelas go, but there's no immediate follow-up. Trying to draw one of these defenders out, but good patience so far from Fluxo W7M. Grixer gets on the board. That's all OXG can muster as they'll lose yet another. Forrest taking matters into his own hands. Down goes Lobin and back to equal footing as Oxygen so badly needs to pick up rounds in a hurry.
30 seconds. Grixer with the defuse kit is on the roof, so they've got to group up and they've got to hit site fast.
There's a good idea of how quickly those Razor Blooms go off. You see Forrest almost dying to it. The nerfed range obviously making a big difference. Gomez shreds dots. Forrest is dropped. Again, trading back and forth. Dodez and Volps, the last 2 remaining for Fluxo W7M. Gomez and Grixer linked up together. Time running out. Diffuse going down at the hands of Grixer. There goes Volps. Dodez will need to clinch this round. Does he have time to stop Grixer into the post plant? Grixer doesn't know he's rotating. Dodez does it again. What an impressive retake from W7M.
They will try to go down towards the bottom floor. Already the breaching being done very quickly by OXG, which is a good start. Another opening pick, though, from Fluxo W7M as Lobin finds Gomez.
And this is when the finger pointing at Adam is going to return. I hate to say it, but this is where people will turn around and say, see, against tough competition, he shrivels. He's 1-7 right now. You referenced EPS earlier. He is at the bottom with 41 at this point in time. And now playing on a more traditional hard breach role, so maybe he won't be the main point of the spear. Forrest is, and boy, that spear is mighty sharp. Nice patience from Dots. Nitro Cell goes out looking for a second kill, will not find it. Oxygen still outnumbered. Grixer out-dueling Dodez, and Palu dies at his hand as well. Suddenly we are on even footing with over half of the round to go. Volps will need to clutch as he's lost Dots. Guzmont mine goes out. Volps has a good idea of where this player is. I don't like that shot with a Scorpion. Smoke going off. Drone for the follow-up. Volps plays that one so effectively. He's stuck. This is a tough spot to be in. His own team's barricade, his undoing. That is a first rounds were started with OXG getting kill number 1, and they converted only a single one of those rounds. Now it's Fluxo W7M time. They are undefeated on
the outlines, still playing inside the site, but Dodez up above. He will start to force this player down cargo as he retakes the spot, but loses the fight. Yaga, a nice shot, but his teammates continue to fall around him. It is Adam and Yog in a 2v4 to keep Oxygen alive on the first map, hoping desperately that they can get another plant down here on the bottom floor.
It's a good read by Yaga. Oh. Beautifully hard shot, but he makes it work. Adam has now found an opening with Yaga for coverage. With the way Yaga's shooting today, I would put my faith in him 10 times out of 10. Maybe not. I changed my mind. Oh my goodness. Palu and Volps shred the 2 final players of OXG just like that. And a Nighthaven Labs.
Border was Fluxo W7M's map pick, actually, in the group stage, and when to choose this versus Fluxo W7M, the victory took 15 rounds. It was not clean, it was... You keeps you so safe in that site position. Usually that should be a death sentence with Loban down below, but he can't do anything if he doesn't have pings.
Nitro Cell goes out by Grixer, the savior of the final rounds. He'll shred Dots through the wall as well, now under fire from below. Loban taking a beating. They double up on Grixer. They managed to get him in that spot, but a Nitro Cell from Adam. Adam has 3 kills so far in this series, 2 of them coming from explosives. Dota has a good reaction time onto Gomez as Oxygen still hold the numbers advantage. Timer not helping this Fluxo W7M team whatsoever. Adam already matching his kill tally from the previous map, and he could surpass it. He will do just that. You need a bounce back. There it is in round number 1. Quite often, so Volps, who is nearby, will likely be anticipating it. He's got to get through that Surya gate first, and look at how much damage has already been done to him. He might end up dying in Grixer's hands. He does. Gomez finds yet another kill. Right now, this defensive play from the North Americans going so effectively, maybe a bit more successful than the Nitro Cell on all of these pathways leading him in. To make matters worse, Fluxo W7M does not have this diffuser, so Palu will just simply be acting on instincts. Nice shot from Yaga. There wasn't even more gunfire. Get away, very impressive from Volps. This roam right now from OXG is keeping Fluxo W7M from getting into the building. They have looked completely toothless. They are putting many bodies from the Brazilians into the ground. Volps, the only one on the board at this point, are effectively doomed as an attacker if your opponents don't make any mistakes. Oxygen in the previous round didn't make any, but Palu sees the under-dot red sight, annihilates Yaga. Grixer goes down too, but Forrest keeps this one as close as can be. And now Volps will need to make up for lost time. Grabbing the defuse kit. He knows he's a dead man walking. Gomez running all his way in. Will Volps get off in time to shut him down? No, but as good an effort as you could possibly imagine. Probably too close for comfort if I'm OXG, but their lead will continue to grow. Fluxo W7M still held off the board.
Volps and winning. I don't know if there's any operator they can ban out which would give them an edge in the midst of this. I think,
especially since you've taken out the ace on Fluxo.
Yeah, and Grixer's been such a problem. He gets another. Why not 3?
Okay.
All right. Volps shuts it down and will make sure that this stays at an even man count spot.
Dots and Volps will now limp along for the remainder of this round. Dota's the only one who was healthy, is gone. Like, look at this. You knew there was a guy in security. He hit your air jab, and yet you go in through the window and you don't square your body away against him. I don't know what's going on with this Fluxo W7M team, but Oxygen are in full control. They just need to find Volps, and then the round is theirs. I feel like at this point it's a formality. It is. Forrest goes for the swing.
It feels like they're trying to find Gomez as he dips in and out of security.
The thing is, the numbers show on border. This is an attacker-sided map. Most bomb sites, attacker-favored as well. Finally, Fluxo W7M have figured this one out. And Loban shreds Gomez and gets the hatch for good measure. Down goes Grixer, and now it's OXG getting punished from angles they're not really looking at. Adam finds one, his position revealed. Now trying to deal with security as a vault out will go. OXG will almost certainly surrender their very first round here, unless Adam knows something that we don't. If they continue to give him 1v1 engagements, Adam can very easily win this, and he will get now. Palu's still upright. Dota's had to peel off, will attempt again. I like what Adam is trying to do here, but it is a really tough job, and he's made his position inside of Customs known. 3 players from Fluxo W7M looking for that final kill. Blackbeard, that was Adam's engagement that you highlighted, but Dots is still able to continue to trudge forward. An all-out assault, but Adam is the gatekeeper of this top floor. Down goes Volps as well. Volps, with the most kills on his team, will not be able to influence this final round of the first half.
Fluxo, they need to find some way to crack this egg. It's just looked like the first 4 rounds over again. Grixer from below. Its angles are not even aware of. Parker, a 5-1 split seems all but inevitable.
Adam was tucked into the corner waiting to get Palu, and then Forrest said, nope, it's my Nitro Cell that is going to take it instead. It would be a hell of a statement to take this first half flawlessly. They won't make that statement, but a statement will be made either way, albeit a bit.
He was ratting inside the site, and I think they were expecting Loban to do similar things. Loban killed Forrest in the stop that play from happening once again. The top floor clear, just abysmal from Fluxo through.
Again, that's just border. It's hectic. It's chaotic. Soft walls, reinforcements. It means that you can get punished from ways you are not expecting. Adam, inside a break.
Day with 35 seconds to go.
I mean, at this point in time, you got to save it for the plant, right? That is the right call from Palu. Shotgun, SMG juggling between the two. It's now up to him and Dots as they've lost yet another player on the side of Fluxo W7M over towards jail. Gomez will be chained to that cell. Oh, what a missed opportunity. You count your lucky stars of your OXG. Dots just letting them slip through his fingers. Now Palu is called into action. A nice shot onto Grixer, but the timer will run down as a successful plant from OXG will make this even harder for the defenders. Fluxo W7M have been a terrific team for clutching. Can they pull it off? It's all up to Palu to go positive. He's not used to being here, Jesse. He's not used to these numbers being so bad for him, but OXG has been beating them every step of the way. Adam, with a team-leading 11 kills, will die. Where are the remainder of OXG? Where did these other two players go? They have fired off the defuse kit. Palu only has 3 seconds left. Nitro Cell will go. I don't think it'll work. No, that'll be the sound of the round being over. And Yaga will get the job done from above. Something the timer had already done.
None of his teammates have made too much of a move either at the moment. They have brought Force out on the Monty, who will start to make his way towards security, where Dodez is positioned, and he finds the entry onto Yaga.
The team split this bomb site in the first half. This will be the first attempt for Fluxo W7M to defend it, and they start off really, really well, punching these two OXG players before they can get in. I mean, obviously you have to be concerned if you're OXG, as Dodez is now starting to warm up. But you've got so much more to do. Could he do it again, Jesse? Could he do it in back-to-back maps?
Surely not.
All he has to do is find Grixer. Palu gets to him first. Back-to-back aces would be almost unheard of, but Dodez will settle for 4 kills.
He hit some great shots in the midst of that. They were hoping to clear him out with the Monty, but he ended up just having 2 strong angles coming in from the...
This final minute of the round.
They've got the Sens wall, but I'm not sure what it's going to be worth. With the pulse, you can see through it anyways. The heartbeat scanner will tell you exactly when someone enters. They use that info for Loban to be able to get that pick, make it a 2v4 advantage, and even the Candelas might not save you here.
They've grabbed the defuse kit, and amidst the sound of the Candelas bouncing away, not to mention the strobing light show, they're attempting it, but again, this Pulse of Dots has so much power, Jesse. If you cannot flush him out of this spot, you are going to get absolutely nothing accomplished. Dots quarterbacking this entire defense and winning the round with intel. He pays for it at the hands of Gomez, but outside of the building with very limited time means that I think this is curtains for this round on the side of OXG. If you're Oxygen, you're hoping it gets there. If you're Fluxo W7M, you want this stream to continue. And would you look at that? It's going to be another quick one. OXG liking these quick strikes. They use the Aurora to cut off potential rotates. 3 rounds now, Jesse, that OXG have done these cheese strats, these quick rushes. I understand that it's part of the identity of any team that Forest is on, but I have to question, why don't you go for a more conventional full clear and execute with operators that are more in the meta, that are more akin to a typical border attack?
Yeah, I mean, Oxygen might like these pushes, but I sure don't. It feels like when they were playing more traditionally, when they were taking their ones and taking it slowly, they were finding success. Now with the cheese, I mean, it's just not the way that they want it to go. Palu gives up a freebie to Adam, but he's got 3 more to find Parker. Almost downs 1, but shot in the head by Dodez. It is another round win.
As he can, and it's Yaga now to get dropped. Is there some retrieval to be had? Dodez knows that there's another over by the window. Down goes Gomez. Palu to the rescue! Killing half the server! OXG reduced to rubble.
Fight the Monty. He uses his shotgun to open angles from security, so the Monty cannot walk forward without being in a crossfire. It's so smart at every opportunity.
Cheesiest rush strats.
Yeah.
You can't really hinge yourself or hang your hat on them. So now we see things a bit more conventional. Not that they were any more successful, and this round is no different. Yaga is the first one dug out by Fluxo W7M, an advantage with 45 seconds to go for the Brazilian team.
How is Dots allowed to exist here? I think they know that he's in this position, but even still, you've used both your Capital bolts. Finally cleared up, but there's a flank from Volps.
And he takes down Adam as the attention was all on that one part of the map. Fluxo W7M have had a rough go up border, but it sure seems like they are about to move to series point as a scramble will occur in the final 20 seconds. Fluxo W7M with a one-man advantage over this OXG team. Grixer retrieving the diffuser means that if objectives happen, Gomez will be all by himself. He's trapped Palu in a corner, but Dones is there for the assist, and down goes Grixer to Lobin. A miraculous
from Gomez.
There's been so much we've been focusing on. Jesse, Dones has got up to 14 kills out of nowhere. There's just so many things that we can't even talk about. Palu takes care of Adam, the best statistical player on the side of OXG. Now Grixer will need to pick up the pace. He's getting very close to that number. Mezzanine still being held by Gomez, who's doing double duty, harassed by this death mark, and he gets Palu taking some damage from this position. An aid goes out. He's not able to deal with Lobin. Fluxo W7M now snatching the lead, leaving Forest and Yaga to keep their team in this. They go home if they fail. OXG knows what pressure is, and with just a little bit over a minute to go, they've now got the advantage right back. Auto canister will go, slowing down his push towards this B-bomb site. He could have had a read. Force is making an awful lot of noise. Dones reveals himself to Yaga. Oh, and you can let out that air. As they work their way towards this A-B bomb site, Forrest here with a potential backstab. He's got a good read, but he gets baited in by Palu. Finished off, and now it's the Brazilians with another advantage.
They're all towards east. They're all grouped together for OXG, and W7M know exactly where they're coming from. The crosshairs are trained in the right position. It's just about hitting the shots.
And Gomez is doing this against his own region, a Brazilian who's played in North America for most of his career. He's making quick work of these defenders. Fluxo W7M, great patience right now. Gomez finds a third, and he is willing his team into map number 3. He has an opportunity for a fourth. Palu wants the engagement. Dots also from far away, but he's left Palu inside of the bomb site all by his lonesome. What can Palucifer do? Yaga getting diffuser down. Dots now retreating through the top floor. The timer running away. OXG finding their footing here on attack. And we might just have a third map in front of our very eyes. They know exactly where Dots is. Now they defend the bomb site. And the interloper, the last man standing for the Brazilians, has his work cut out for him. He sees the defuse kit. He doesn't see Grixer. And we will have a third map. The relief sweeps through OXG. Inhale. Exhale.
Oh my God.
What more can be said, Jesse? I couldn't have said it better myself.
That includes beating FaZe Clan back during the SAL finals at the tail end of last year. And it'll be up to Oxygen to problem solve, to dig deep, and to fight. They seem to have on both sides. In fact, maybe even more so on the defense was a big reason for their success. And it once again delivers them an opening pick with Volps finding.
Getting ever closer to this side of Cocktail. All right. Dots getting diffuser down. Clash is still there. Lobin removes the problem that was Yaga. The obstacle is now gone. Dots got choked out by that gas, so he will have to attempt yet again. If he even finds an opportunity to do so. There's a possibility that Fluxo W7M kills all of OXG before we get to that point.
Yeah, hoping to go for a plant. Volps gets a third, though, so Forest will fall. Still one more Toxic Babe being held by Grixer. This is their only opportunity to deny a plant. It gets thrown out in towards trash and opens the door for Dots to maybe get a plant default.
And Grixer's last man standing now. He will find a single kill, and that will be all she wrote. Garbage time, garbage kills as they were.
The drop, they go back up, though. Down once more. It's been a game of juggling.
Zoto canisters have been really strong for this OXG team, being used to deny some more information and deny pushes and gadgets from Fluxo W7M. Palu huffing in an awful lot of gas as now it's the Brazilians on the wrong side of this 3v4. But Dodes is always a scary player. He's dropped double digits in both maps. He's already got 2 kills yet to die so far throughout. For this Fluxo W7M team, they don't know Adam's positioning. He's now made his way out of coat check over towards Whiskey and might find an opportunity through Freezer. Dots has been dropped, but Adam will find some urgency now as Dodes attempts the plant. Palu will cover. Dots still down. Adam looking for the vault over, finishing off. Dots getting Palu for his troubles. He will need a 4K. The fire will now work against him. The timer making an awful lot of noise over towards Whiskey. Dodez playing this so well, running out of time. He just needs to prevent Adam from getting there with the clock being what it is. Dodez will shut him down. Either way, I don't think if Adam had won that duel, he'd have enough time. And the defuse kit dropped, which might be the bigger issue here. So now Fluxo W7M will have to retake that part of the map. Dodez on the board, continuing his great play. He is averaging over one kill a round. He's 4-0. Down goes Palu. Volps on the board now. These teams trading back and forth. Dodez will finally die, and it's all up to Lobin to win a 1v2. He's got a good read on the Echo, but Grixer's sidearm does the job. The North American.
Everything kind of falls to pieces for Fluxo W7M. Credit to Dodez for killing the smoke. Not on border anymore, Parker.
Wow. What? When did that change? Dots will walk in, assert himself. Down goes Gomez. Yes, a lot more needs to be done to figure out Cafe. Absolutely correct. A far more strategic map, but one that still allows for lots of strong gunplay. And right now, it's been Fluxo W7M to start that off. Yaga will answer back. The hurdle for him to go over, a spiky impediment. Oh no. Not expecting Forrest in that position. The smoke getting under the skin of Dodez as Palu strikes as well. These two teams with 6 players alive, 3 apiece, 5 seconds left. They need to get Diffuser down. Dots will attempt it. He's managed to kill all of them except for Yaga, who's now making his way over towards the bomb site. He won't be able to shut this one down. Oh! No, he does! Through the drone hole at the last second, a creative play. They just need to worry about Yaga in this position. Surveying the wreckage of that wall. Dear God, look at that. Yaga punished from above, not really expecting Lobin in that position. ROU projectors going out. Volps now still holding from above. This top floor control will be a major thorn in the side of OXG. 25 seconds remain. Dots attempting the plant. Lobin finds his second kill. Volps with coverage from above, choking out this oxygen defense. Now it's all up to the 2 remaining players on the side of OXG. A third kill for Lobin and a flawless end of the round for Fluxo W7M, blunting the momentum of OXG and regaining the this pace. So of course, if they get that opening pick, they go on to convert pretty well. They almost get it. My goodness, Gomez suffering through this. They'll get Yaga for their trouble, so the intended target is not the one to go. A run out from Forrest, and it's a nice lamp fixture, but it's not actually a player. So Forrest is miles away from this bomb site. That means that the rest of these OXG players dropping like flies will have even more work on the bomb site. Can you buy enough time for Forrest to get up? No, you can't. Lobin is on the flank watch. Down goes Forrest. Things going from bad to worse. Another flawless round incoming for Fluxo W7M unless Adam can muster anything. And no, he cannot. They flawlessly do it yet again.
I really like the idea, but it happens way too late. There were players on those windows for C5. There's just not a lot that you can do from that point. They lose their defensive half 4-2. They now...
We saw 3 rounds on border. I know it was a long time ago, but people with longer memories will recall how cheeky they could get and how it didn't work. Adam, the leadoff pick, and that'll give OXG an opening. Shield goes...
The flank from Dodez could work out despite the Dokkaebi.
He's broken double digits in all of these maps so far. He's 1 kill away from doing it again. Dodez, a real sensation here. And he's been the raid boss that OXG have been working together to slay, but there's been some issues. Now it's Forrest to hunt him down. No more logic bombs remaining, just gun in hand. 1 minute to go. The more Forrest stays trying to deal with Dodez, the more work the 2 other players of OXG will have to do, especially with the clash on the board. Forrest wins the engagement, will immediately
have teammates very nearby to trade this.
Palu knows somebody is still there. He sees that underbarrel red dot sight on the wall. Grixer taking a bit of damage, and they are running out of time. A walk on in. Palu easily dealing with that. He will have his work cut out for him now as it's a push in from the gridlock. Grixer on a single point of HP. Palu will need to clutch. Forrest does it instead. A beautiful 1v1. And listen to my words very carefully. I don't care what else is happening. I want to see what happens here. Stay here right now. Oh, and it pays off. Down goes Adam. Volps is patient.
With the fuse shield that barrels down towards them.
Lobin's got a big opening. And
all right, never mind.
Jesse, it's not getting better.
Maybe write this round off if you're OXG. The spawn peak didn't work. Forced by himself on the fuse shield isn't able to do much.
Nothing is really going here. Another flawless round for Fluxo W7M. Say it ain't so. Incredible go of it. They've already got 2 so far on this map. Gomez will not let that happen, but
no time.
What can he really do? 30 seconds to go. The Malusi still upstairs. Dota's breaking double digits for the 3rd map. All 3 maps. That is quite the tally. Gomez still, you have death marks. You have death marks. Not. I think they should be working to make it so you can get to the building pretty safely.
Good map design should discourage it.
I think discouraging is the right way to put this. Dotez is spotted. They knew where he was. Kill number 13 as he fades away. Move. Nitro Cell goes out from Dots. Again, he might be paralyzed in this position. ROU projector can go up at any point in time to conceal this plant, but he's running out of time. 5 seconds left, 8 players still alive. You've got to go if you're OXG. You have completely lost control of the clock. You've lost the round now with it. Series point for W7.
One last chance to tilt the momentum in their favor. They will do it by banning the Clash. It's been good.
And it is now the big issue on Cafe. Most of the maps in the map pool skew towards the defender, so you've got to be a little bit sharper. Gomez was the reason why we have Cafe, and now might be one of the big reasons why Fluxo W7M takes this map. He goes 3 and 10 as he swings on in. Cannon fodder effectively for Fluxo as they look to lock this one out. Time now starting to tick away. This run from OXG. They've always finished top 8, but at the hands of Volps, that just might end. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Oxygen with 1 kill so far. Grixer with the reload. He and Forrest will need to work this together. Grixer taking some serious damage now, backing away as he's taken. Forrest with the fuse kit. Grixer managing to stay alive.
Oh.
He takes down Volps. They need to translate towards the bomb site. They've got top floor control, but they might as well be miles away, Jesse. They will have to drop a potentially dead drop as down goes Grixer, and now Forrest, the former IGL, will perish at the hands of Lobin. Fluxo W7M will move up the lower bracket. Oxygen